Good morning, dear hearts. We are on lesson 37. Please subscribe. Today's lesson is My Holiness Blesses the World. Right now, we are in a thread of lessons for our spiritual tapestry that all have to do with holy and holiness. We've previously had a thread of lessons, although I don't think I used that word, that have to do with meaning and meaninglessness. So we are, remember, as I say, we are weaving this beautiful spiritual tapestry that will be complete for us at the end of this year of lessons. And we can wrap ourselves in it at that time. It's a cloak of truth, spiritual truth. So My Holiness Blesses the World. This idea contains the first glimmerings of your true function in the world and why you are here. Lesson 25 was, I do not know what anything is for, but the very first line of that lesson was, purpose is meaning. This is the existential question that so many ask of themselves. Why am I here? What is my purpose? It is an idea, it's a question that will come back throughout the workbook lessons. I mentioned it many times last year. I'm pretty sure I will again. Because it is the question that needs to be answered for us, the separated ones. We need to know because we don't know. Why are we here? What is my purpose? What is my function? Your purpose is to see the world through your own holiness, and that will be built on as well. Thus are you and the world blessed together. No one loses. Nothing is taken away from anyone. Everyone gains through your holy vision. It signifies the end of sacrifice because it offers everyone his full due. There is no sacrifice that will be asked of us to complete and learn this course. The only sacrifice, if you call it that, will be we will be asked. We will be asked to give up pain and fear. So if you hold on to that and you value that, then yes, that would be a sacrifice. But I think for most of us, we will willingly let that go. It signifies the end of sacrifice because it offers everyone his full due, and he is entitled to everything because it is his birthright as a son of God. Now, the birthright and inheritance was mentioned in the introduction to the course when it says that this course does not aim at teaching the meaning of love because that is beyond what can be taught, but it does aim at removing the blocks to the awareness of love's presence, which is our natural inheritance for us to understand and recognize love, which is all that we are and all that is real. Only love is real. There's no other way in which the idea of sacrifice can be removed from the world's thinking except through the shift to blessing. We cannot judge and bless at the same time. So we want to remove the judgmental thoughts in our mind and only bless the world. Our holiness blesses the world. And wholeness will be restored to everyone through this awareness and through our own vision. Your holiness blesses him, your brothers, by asking nothing of him. We do not make anyone a victim. No one needs to sacrifice. No one loses. Then at the end of paragraph 2 is this wonderful line. It's a favorite, that those who see themselves as whole make no demands. If I see myself as whole, I'm not looking for anything outside of myself to fulfill me. Break that down. That I don't feel full. I need to be filled up. So I don't need any fulfillment when I realize that I'm already whole and I already have everything. Your holiness is the salvation of the world. Our holiness is the freedom of the world because, again, freedom and salvation are indeed interchangeable. It lets you teach the world that if it is one with you, not by preaching to it, not by telling it anything, but merely by your quiet recognition that in your holiness are all things blessed along with you. And that really can be broken down to we get to walk the talk. If I really believe that my mind is very holy, it is part of God's, and that my holiness envelops everything I see and my holiness blesses the world, then I get to be that. I get to be the example of that for all of my brothers, and also for myself, that I come to recognize and know that this indeed is true. This course is true. Then we talk about the lesson goes on to talk about the practicing. It's 4 practice periods again, 3 to 5 minutes at least, and we begin with the repetition of the idea, and then followed by a minute or so of looking around and apply the idea to whatever you see. My holiness blesses this chair, my holiness blesses that window, and then of course it sneaks in, my holiness blesses this body. So that is another way that we get to see the body. The body can serve either the ego or the Holy Spirit, and that is a huge spoiler alert. We'll get there much later. But then after we have looked around, then we close our eyes, we repeat the idea, my holiness blesses the world, and then we bring to mind people, those in our world that we see, and we then say to them in our mind, my holiness blesses you, and fill in the blank. And then you can continue after the time, the 3 to 5 minutes, the 4 sessions. Continue the practice periods with your eyes closed, and just go between the inner world, the outer world, the inner world, the outer world. Just, mix it up. Then it says to conclude your practice with the repetition of the idea and with your eyes closed, and another following immediately with your eyes open. So my holiness blesses the world, my holiness blesses the world. And then of course we're going to use this idea throughout the day to anyone we meet in our mind. Why wait for there to be a grievance? Just as we meet anyone in our mind, say, my holiness blesses you, and you don't need to know their name. My holiness blesses you, because we are all one. So we, as I said before, we will do that because I cannot judge you and bless you in the same mind, the same thought, and I want only to bless you. I want to connect with you. I want to come to the realization that indeed we are one. I want my mind to be healed. I don't want my mind to be limited anymore. I want to come to the unlimited mind that knows that every blessing blesses everyone. In the Course, every beneficent thought. These blessings that we give out indeed are like pebbles in the pond. They go out, the ripples extend and expand. We don't need to know where the blessings go, but we know they will find exactly where they need to be. So, my holiness blesses the world. And that's it for today. I hope it helped. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment. Please smile. Take a deep breath in and release everything that is holding you back in this moment. And pray for this wonderful idea to realize that our holiness is our wholeness. Namaste.